Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. So we are now at Runaway Bay in the parish of St. Ann. We are heading towards Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. Do you know how Runaway Bay got its name? Well, the name, it was derived from the area being an escape route for runaway slaves. Back in the day when slavery used to keep. Yeah man, I know. Some of you are gonna say slavery still a keep now. Anyhow, Arawaks, they were the first native settlers for the area, but they were eventually overpowered by Spanish colonizers. Sit back, relax and enjoy this North Coast journey with me. So a lot of times the questions are asked, what can be done about the upsurge of crime in Jamaica? What can be done to cauterize what is happening? Let me tell you something. Jamaica is not short of ideas as to what needs to be done. There is a lot of studies done and ideas put forward. But at the end of the day, it needs all law-abiding citizens' hands on deck. Yes, I believe in the death penalty. But based on what is happening, Jamaica will never carry another man to the gallows, at least in this lifetime. Some persons are calling for police death squad. That will never happen. I have come across a document. Now, look on your screen. It's called Public Order Reset, Restoring Paradise. This document, it is the brainchild of Senior Superintendent Vernon Ellis and other officers in the St. James Division. This document is for the parish of St. James, but I'm currently reading through it because it is my view that what is contained in this document, it should be replicated in all other parishes in Jamaica. Very soon, I will be putting out a video. Stand by for it. And for persons who keep asking, Popeye, what are your solutions? Ensure that your voice is heard when that video is released. We all have a part to play to restore Paradise, Jamaica. So stand by for that video. It's coming up shortly. Now, in the news today, this one took place early yesterday morning. Wednesday, September 7th, 2022, about some minutes to 1 o'clock. It took place along the Mosquito Cove main road in the parish of Hanover. So here is what we are learning. That man on your screen, his name is Oral Winter. He was 44 years old and he lived at Hoist Brissett in Lucy in the parish of Hanover. Now, we have heard a lot of good things about Oral, but what stands out most is that Oral, he's a hard worker. He was always working. It is said that Oral, he usually ride a motorcycle as his means of transportation. Now, early yesterday morning, it is said that Oral was heading home. We are not sure what exactly took place, and we are told that investigators, they are trying to ascertain what exactly took place. But it is suspected that Oral, he fell off his motorcycle and hit his head on the asphalted main road. It is suspected that as a result of the impact, Oral's skull was fractured. It is suspected that he died on the spot. Now, if you look on your screen, that is the motorcycle that Oral was riding at the time of the accident. We would like to take time out to say condolences to the family and friends of this hard-working gentleman. May his soul rest in peace. Now, this next incident, it took place yesterday morning, Wednesday, September 7th, 2022, about 3 o'clock. Yeah man, early morning. It took place at New Hope in the Little London police area in the parish of Westmoreland. We are learning that a watchman was on duty at a bar in the area. This watchman, he was held up by about 4 hoodlums. It is said that they were all armed with guns. The hoodlums, they tied up the watchman and broke into the bar, where they stole 3 poker boxes, several bottles of liquor, and an undetermined amount of cash. Luckily, the watchman was not harmed. Boy, may I tell you. So, yesterday morning, we told you about an incident that took place in the Negril area, and we promised to update it. We had said that the incident took place at Mint Road, but it actually took place at Top Geneva in the same Negril area. It took place, like we said, yesterday morning, Wednesday, September 7th, 2022, about 7:30. We are learning that a man, his name is Jeremiah Smith. He was also called Short Boss and Bird Cup. On December 12th, later this year, Short Boss, he would be celebrating his 54th birthday. Short Boss, he was a mason and he lived at Carlton Street at Bottom Geneva in the same Negril area. So the information we are getting is that persons had accused Short Boss of chatting too much. We are not sure what it is that they were accusing him of chatting about, but that is the information that we are getting, that him chat too much. Boy, may I tell you, Anyhow, Short Boss, he was sitting along the roadway at Top Geneva when a motorcycle rode up with two hoodlums aboard. The pillion, he brandished a gun and opened gunfire at Short Boss. It is said that Short Boss, he managed to run off, but the hoodlums, they chased him and continued firing at him. We are told that Short Boss, he collapsed and fell to the ground, and the hoodlums, they went over him and pumped some more bullets into his body. They then made good their escape on the said motorbike. Short Boss, he received gunshot wounds to his face, his abdomen, and his shoulders. A 51-year-old lady who was standing along the roadway, she was also shot in her buttocks. Short Boss, it is suspected that he died on the spot, and the lady, she was rushed to a nearby hospital where she was treated and admitted. We are told that when this crime scene was processed, 12 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. We also told you about an incident that took place at Red Ground in Negril. 4 persons were shot. 2 persons died as a result. Now, that man on your screen, his name is Orlando Evans. He was popularly called OJ. OJ was 25 years old and he lived at Hideaway Lane in Negril in the parish of Westmoreland. OJ, he was one of the bystanders who was killed. Another bystander who was killed, his name is Winston Casanova. He was also called Tyler. He was 34 years old and he was really a Tyler by trade. He lived at Whitehall in Negril. A 27-year-old pregnant lady, she was also shot and injured. And the 4th person who was shot, he was the target for the hoodlums. He is popularly known as Holoman or God. It is said that he is in his mid-20s. Now, Holoman, he's out on bail for murder charges and he had gone to the Negril police station to report to the police as a part of his bail condition. He was returning home when hoodlums trailed him and attempted to kill him. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 22 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. And last night, the Westmoreland Mayhem continued. In the first incident, it took place at Top Lincoln in Negril in the parish of Westmoreland. It took place last night, Wednesday, September 7th, 2022, about 10:30. We are learning that a man, he's in his mid-20s. He had just arrived home, but hoodlums were at the house waiting on him. At least one of the hoodlums was armed with an AK-47 rifle and the others were armed with 9mm pistols. As this man was about to enter his house, he was attacked by the hoodlums. They opened gunfire at him, hitting him to his left side and his right hand. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. The police were called and they rushed this young man to a nearby hospital where he was admitted in a very, very serious condition. We are told that when this crime scene was processed, 3 7.62 spent shells. And remember that 7.62 is what is used in an AK-47 rifle. As also, 4 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. Now, less than 3 hours after that incident, the mayhem continued along the Paradise Main Road in the parish of Westmoreland. It took place early this morning, about some minutes after 1 o'clock. We are learning that 2 young men, they were on a red special edition motorcycle. They were traveling along the Paradise Main Road when they were intercepted by hoodlums traveling in a white Toyota Axio motorcar. It is said that the hoodlums in the car, they ordered the men on the bike to stop. The young man who was riding the bike, he refused and continued riding. It is said that one of the hoodlums in the car, he brandished a gun and opened gunfire at the men on the bike. The bike rider, he pressed gas and he managed to escape from these hoodlums. It was then realized that the man on the back of the bike, he was shot. He received gunshot wounds to his right side. He was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was admitted in a serious condition. Boy, may I tell you, the mayhem. So, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? Yeah, man. Remember to hit on it if you have not yet done so. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, remember, hit on the subscribe button as also hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we upload a new video, you will be the first to be notified. So, that incident that we just told you about, it took place about some minutes after 1 o'clock this morning. Well, this incident took place a few minutes later. Yes, in the parish of Westmoreland. This one took place about 1:30 this morning. Thursday, September 8, 2022. It took place at Charlene in Savannah Lamar in the parish of Westmoreland. We are learning that 2 youngsters. One is a male. He's popularly known as Jaja. He's said to be about 19 years old and he's from Charlene in Savannah Lamar. The other youngster is a female. She's only 15 years old and she's popularly known as Tati. Tati, she's all the way from Cassava Peace in Kingston. Both Tati and Jaja, they were asleep inside a 1-bedroom board house when 2 hoodlums, who we are told are well known, they kicked off the front door and entered the house. We are told that on entering the house, they opened a barrage of gunshots at Tati and Jaja, who were still in bed. The 2 hoodlums, they then made good their escape. We are told that Tati, she received gunshot wounds to the left side of her head, and Jaja, who was the target for these hoodlums, he received gunshot wounds to his abdomen, his left foot, his right foot, and his left side. The police were called and the officers, they transported both Tati and Jaja to a nearby hospital where we are told they are admitted in a serious condition. Residents of the area, they have told us that over 20 bullets were fired at this scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals a shame. But me want me country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of